How can you write a not-for-profit vision statement? I'm Karen Eber Davis, and I want to give you some hints here. First, I would suggest you don't write, but start to think or talk with your board, anyone you're talking about this with, about what it is that you'd like to do. What would be the ideal, amazing outcome you would have to have and could achieve working on your mission? Your mission, of course, is what your subject area is, what you're working on, what your concern. So it could be literacy, or it could be hunger, or it could be childhood obesity. Any of those things are your mission. So you're working in that area. But your vision is what happens if you really, really get to work on your mission and it comes true. So no children are ever obese again in our community. Could be a vision statement. So to write that first, emotionally think about what it is you'd like to feel and what would excite you. Because part of writing that is collecting the thoughts about where you're going. What would happen if you really, really got to do what you wanted to do? So that's one hint. So be writing and thinking and talking, looking for phrases and some ways to express what that ideal future is. And a couple words of warning. First of all, try not to be too vague. Like one group that I work with had a vision statement to be the best in the class. And that's a lovely thing to do. Everyone wants to be number one. But it's not really about what happens. It's not about what happens when you get there. What happens because you've done this work. If really you could put a lot of resources into it, where you want to go. Your vision statement, you'll know when you're done, is it's something that when you're feeling sort of tired on a Friday afternoon or it's not been going well, it still has the energy to motivate you. It's something that calls you to say, you know, this is tough right now, but I know where we're going. That's a couple ideas. Another piece I think is important is to test it out with people. Ask people, does this sound like this is possible? So you want ambitious, you want exciting, but you don't want ridiculous. I went a number of years ago and met with someone who referred me in and said, please go talk to my friend. She's having a lot of trouble with her board. And the woman had a tremendous, sort of unbelievable vision, and it was to change a tiny little place, a tiny little historical-based nonprofit into the most well-known one in the state of Florida. And it was a great vision, but it was so big and so like, I don't know how we get there, that it was discouraging. So your vision should be realistic. I'm Karen Eber Davis, and there's more in my newsletter, Added Value, about how nonprofit leaders get the community and the resources they need to make their missions happen and their visions come true.